Hi planner friends, I hope you're all doing well. Today we're setting up the week from February 10th till 16th, so grab your journals and planners and let's get started. For those of you who are new, hi, I'm Dragana from Dragana's Crafts and welcome to my channel where we talk about all things related to planners, journals and books. As always, everything I'm using in this video that's still available for purchase will be linked in the description down below. Most of you know by now that I almost always use stickers from the Coffee Monsterz Co, especially the tiny icons, as well as the kits from Graceful Muse Paperie. I have a discount code for Graceful Muse Paperie, so if you see anything you like on their website, you can use my code DRAGANA15 to save 15% off your purchase. I'm popping it here on the screen and it will be down below as well along with the other codes. A little disclaimer, if you use my code, that won't cause you any additional charges, but I have a small benefit from it. In my country, we don't really give much meaning to the Valentine's Day, but it does give me a nice excuse to use stickers related to it. The kit I'm using here is from Graceful Muse Paperie's February subscription called Love Blooms. Every time when I plan, I'm not sure where to start. So I usually go for the easiest part, and that's covering the dates with stickers. Even though the common planner has rather a minimalist design and the dates don't stand out in the same way as they do in the Hobonichi Cousin, I usually like to cover days of the week if a sticker kit comes with that option. Anyway, by doing this, I sort of get the inspiration where to take the decorating further, and that's my advice to you as well. If you're not sure where to start, just pick one spot that makes the most sense to you and take it from there. It will certainly sweep away the fear of that blank page staring at you. I'd love to hear what is the first thing you do when you set up a new weekly spread. Let me know in the comments down below. It's funny that even though I'm using a different planner now, it feels like my brain is used to the Hobonichi Cousin so much that I use the sticker to cover the February heading in the top left corner of the left side of the spread. In the Cousin, that spot is a gray box that contains the name of the month, and all Graceful Muse Paperie Hobonichi Cousin kits have a specific sticker that is meant to cover that gray box. In the common planner that I'm using here, there is no such thing, and yet my brain moved my hands automatically to cover that spot. I wasn't too crazy about the looks of it because it looked so random, but I don't mind it that much anymore. I highlighted the current week in the calendar, and somehow that made the sidebar and even the random sticker at the top look much better. My sidebar also changed over time. I used to keep track of my sleep and habits there, and I would have a very small to-do list. Now my sidebar is mainly for the weekly to-do list, and if there's space left, I decorate it with a sticker. I don't track my sleep nor my habits on a weekly basis anymore because I have my health planner where I track sleep, and the habits go at the beginning of this planner where the designated spot for goals and habits is. Speaking of my health planner, if you would like to see how I use it, the link to the video will be in the cards as well as in the description box down below. Very often I like to use washi tapes in my weekly setups. However, when I use Graceful Muse Paperie kits, I don't use any because Laura's Hobonichi Cousin kits come with 2 sets of washi strips that fit perfectly on both pages. Laura is the owner of Graceful Muse Paperie, by the way, and a wonderful human being. That's also one of the reasons why I support her small business, apart from her designs being magical. Regarding those washi strips, there's 2 sets of them. One is thinner and the other thicker, and I like to combine both in my spreads. Also, you'll notice that one strip is shorter than the other. That's because it's meant to be placed on the left hand side of the spread where the sidebar is, and that's the reason why it's shorter. Normally, I don't have any issues placing these washi strips in the correct spots, but it seems that my brain malfunctioned this time and I put the longer strip in the wrong place. The moment I realized it, I tried to lift it up, but it didn't move that easily and I didn't want to rip the page. Even though I was annoyed with myself about this mistake, it actually gave me an idea how to use the big floral paper sheet. I didn't end up pasting the floral that I cut out on the shorter end of the washi strip like I originally intended to, but trust me, in the end it all turned out well. I apologize that you had to watch me turn around the paper for a bit, but I wasn't sure which section I wanted to cut out. In fact, I've never done something like this before, so I was a bit reluctant to ruin it. Once I picked the floral element that I wanted wanted to put on my page, it took me forever to cut it out. For things like these, I usually use a gyro cutter. It's a nifty little tool that has a rotating blade as you cut, and it's perfect for cutting out elements on PET and washi tapes because it goes much faster than using scissors. However, I wasn't sure how well it would go here because I was cutting a regular paper and I was still afraid that I was going to ruin it. That's why I went with the scissors, and I felt so clumsy using them. The gyro cutter definitely spoiled me, and I'm not used to fussy cutting with scissors anymore. And yeah, I ripped the leaves from the flower because glue got stuck on my fingers, but I fixed it in the end. So if that happens to you, don't worry too much about it and just keep going. At the beginning of the video, I pasted this week's sticker, and below it I wrote down my to-do list. The fountain pen I'm using here is Twisby Eco Cafe Bronze in fine nib, and the ink is from the collaboration between the Coffee Monsterz Co and Robert Oster called Day to Night. Unfortunately, the ink is sold out on Helen's website, but keep an eye on it, maybe she'll bring it back. You'll see that when I make a mistake, I scratch it through and I don't mind showing it. This planner and my planning style is certainly not perfect, and it doesn't need to be either. I like it just the way it is, mistakes and all, and even smudges. I filmed this video over a couple of days, and as we are near the end, you will see that some days are more filled out than the others. That's quite normal given the fact that today is Friday and the video was done before. That means that Friday through Sunday columns are more empty, but that's okay. The purpose of this video is not so much about what I write, but how I do my planning and decorating. Most of us have in our weekly spreads same tasks that we do every single day. I don't always write all the things that I did in a day because I forget, but the most important things are all there. Anyway, time to wrap this up so I don't bore you to death. I hope you enjoyed watching my setup and that you found a bit of inspiration or something useful in this video. Stay safe, and as always, happy journaling. Bye!